So as you can tell, this one right here, barely hooked, but I seen those fish blowing up on shad in like, I don't know, 6 foot, 10 foot of water. Not a bad little chunker. And them eyes, they red, can you see them? See them eyes? Red, boy, mean. Let's let him go. All right, see you, boy. Whoa! Let's talk crankbait fishing. Anytime during the year, January through January, I'm gonna have at least 2 cranking rods on my boat. Why? Because number 1, I love cranking. Number 2, because you can catch fish on a crankbait all year round. I don't care what anybody says, and I'm no scientist. Stay down, buddy. Stay down, buddy. Oh, he's barely hooked. He's barely hooked. Get in the boat. Yes. The main 2 you'll see in my John boat all year is gonna be a square bill rod, okay? So this is a Denali Attacks, and this is a 7-foot medium, okay? It's the AC 702. This is perfect for square bills. I love square bills. With that, I have a Lew's speed spool. It's a 7-4-to-1, whatever, 7-6, 7-2-to-1. On this, I have 12-pound sunline shooter. Just because I'm not really looking for depth, I'm looking for strength. Shallow cranking, you're gonna be going over logs, you're gonna be going through laydowns, you're gonna be going through rock. That's why sometimes I might go to 14. It just depends on how gnarly of a spot that I'm cranking and how much stuff that I'm going through. So this is like the little 4-wheel drive right here. This is the Spro Fat John. This is spring crawl. I love, this is my favorite square bill crankbait. And you can tell, like, this dude right here has put his time in and he's caught some fish. I haven't caught any that shallow yet on him yet, but he's on the deck of my boat ready, if you know what I mean. My square bill rod, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, I'm gonna have let me just explain something to you real quick. So I'm not good at medium cranking, like 6 to 8 foot, or I don't like the medium running crankbaits, all right? I like either square bills or, did you see that? I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna catch him. I like the square bills, or I like the 12 to 20 plus. So this is the baby Fat John. No, I'm sorry, this is the baby DD crankbait. It's smaller. It's got the same profile as like the MD. It's like a hybrid between the MD and the Little John DD. So the body, you know, whatever. I can get this one down to 16 feet, but I can also throw it into 10 foot of water, kind of dredge the bottom, because that's where I get most of my bites. If you ain't hitting the bottom, I feel like you ain't doing no justice. So if I'm fishing, I'm gonna skip medium. All right, I'm gonna go either shallow, or I'm gonna go with this, or DT16, or a Little John XL, the Spro Little John XL. That's like the little 4-wheel drive. I got some of them. I'm gonna show you them too. This and the DT16 is what I throw anywhere from, I mean, dude, I'm gonna go with like 10 to 17 foot. All right, this is what I'm gonna be throwing. Like I said, I like digging that bottom, and I feel like if you ain't digging the bottom, you ain't really doing justice. This is my favorite cranking rod of all time right here. This is a Covert 7.6 medium heavy. It's the cranking rod. You can throw DT16, GT20s. You can throw the Little John DDs on this, and dude, I'm telling you, this rod is the shiz-niddles for deep cranking, you know, a little bit above medium to deep cranking. I like throwing a Lew's BB1 speed spool. Somebody's calling me. Like, why, dude? Why? I just talked to you. No, you're gonna mess up my freaking, this is a Lew's BB1 speed spool. I love this freaking reel. I've had it for probably 4 or 5 years. Throwing this, I'm throwing 10-pound sunline shooter on this as well. Yes, 10 pound, because I like getting it down. Like I said, I'm gonna throw this from 10 to 16 feet, because I can, you know, and this also, I will throw my rock crawler on this, which I'm sure that'll be coming up as well, because you know how me and the rock crawler have that special bond relationship. Like, dude, I just talked to you. And one of the things I like about this rod is you can absolute launch these crankbaits with this rod right here. The phone messes my head up a little bit. Next is yeah, hello?
Mom, keep talking. I promise you, we will not have vocal cords. I need your debit card number to set up a Cash App.
What do you mean a Cash App for what?
I just need your debit card number
For what?
to set up the Cash App so we can get $325.
I'm not doing that right now.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. This is another cranking rod that I really love, and this is a 7.4 medium heavy. This is more like the glass, really whippy. This is kind of like a fiberglass graphite hybrid, kind of like the old KVD rods that came out, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, kind of like the Lew's cranking stick. It's kind of whippy. I do like this rod, especially for DT16s and up, the Little John DDs, etc., baby girl. Let me show you, and oh, listen at me. I've got a BB1 Lew's speed spool in this as well, 10-pound Sunline shooter as well. Same setup as on the Covert. This is just an extra rod I got. I really like throwing this one. This is probably second to the Covert. This is my next favorite right here. And this is a Denali Attacks. Really like that one. Let me show you these other crankbaits in my little box right here. I've got some crankbait. This one right here, you can see it. This is the Spro Little John XL. This and the Fat John are like little four-wheel drive crankbaits because they will go through anything. They will go through rock, wood, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, I barely get these things. And you can always, like, these crankbaits look old because I always get them, like, I never get them hung up. I mean, I'm not saying they're weedless because I have hung them up before, but they're hard to get hung up. That, and this is DT20. This is another crankbait that I really like throwing if I really want to get deep. And it does have a different action than a Little John DD. So the two crankbaits that I mostly throw the Spro Little John series, either the DT series, but only the DT16 and the DT20. I'm not a fan of the rest of the Rapala family. So that's that. And oh yeah, the rock crawler, which you already know what that looks like, but its own little special box. Okay, these are my rock crawlers right here. This is the one that I catch most of my fish on right here, and that's hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I mean, if I'm gonna do anything, it's not gonna be line. Let me see if I can switch this. Just for lighting purposes. This one right here, this is the rock crawler. This is the Rockstar series. This is really, it's made for walleye or steelhead or something like that. I'm gonna be throwing this at night when that shad spawn is kicking butt and this and that, you know, or during the summer when they're in, like, you know, on the points and stuff like that. I'm gonna try this one. Haven't tried it yet. I've got all kinds of rock crawlers in here. The Phantom Green, love this one, the little orange tip. This is probably my favorite rock crawler out of all of them. So I'm always gonna have crankbaits in my boat. Doesn't matter. I don't care if it's a blizzard outside. So that's pretty much, I don't even know why I moved all my stuff because mind focus. That's pretty much it on my cranking deal. Try crankbaits all year round. Like, don't, you know, you got to think outside the box a little bit. You know, cranking is just not for the spring and the summer. Try it all year round. Try it in the dead nuts of winter, because I'm telling you, if you get a sunny day, you need to get that little Fat John bouncing off that riprap. I don't care how cold it is or whatever. Bounce it off that riprap, parallel it, bring it straight back to you, and I'm telling you, you're gonna get bit. Same way with deep cranking. That's kind of like one of my, I don't want to tell too much of the details on that, because I'm sure people do it, but I don't think a lot of people do it. Okay, deep diving crankbait rod, okay, number one. And then you've got another deep diving crankbait rod, and then the Attacks square bill rod. I've always got these on my boat, or at least two of them. I'll always have like a square bill rod and a deep diving crankbait rod, just in case. I hope you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, if you're new to the channel, please, hey, please subscribe. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy most of the stuff I do, maybe. You know, if you don't, then you can subscribe and never watch me again. It's fine, just subscribe to me. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, sometimes Twitter. But yeah, dude, we'll till next time, we'll catch you on the flip flop. Oh, you know what? Can I show you something else real quick? While I was chasing them shad around today, catching some bass, I I ran up on something else too, check this out. I might have caught a few sac-a-lait. That Sprite bottle kind of keeps them from freaking out. You know, if you put a Sprite bottle in the live well for, you know, or any kind of bottle, it's kind of like a blow-up doll for fish. Anyway, yeah, caught me some sac-a-lait, some nice ones too, dude. See, I'm definitely gonna be filleting those up tonight when I get home. Maybe eat them, might put them in the freezer. I don't know, it's about 6 or 7 of them, but they're decent size. It's good for a meal, you know? Just remember, the more you catch, the more you have to fillet. Guess what? I found a new crappie dock.